Welcome. I'm going to show you how to use YUMI to make a multi-boot thumb drive, but in this case we're actually going to be putting one or two different Linux distros on there. So what you want to do is you want to grab a thumb drive, 4 gigs or better. I'm currently using a 32 gig thumb drive. So what we're going to do is put the thumb drive in your computer first. So there we go. So this one already has something on it. This one actually has Unraid. So let's see, go to this PC. Yes, I have a lot of drives. I have actually used up all of my available PCI Express lanes on this 4770K. And I don't particularly like the 4770K, but I'm stuck with it for the time being. So I'm going to format the drive because I want to just blank it. So call this one blank. Set the default allocation size, set it to FAT32. Good to go. Done. Alright, so it's a FAT32 flat drive. Okay, so to get YUMI, I'm going to go to pen drive linux.com. Yep, here we go. And so they updated, you want the YUMI one here, so just click YUMI right here. It's a multi-boot thing there, so you can actually put multiple distros or operating systems on the thumb drive. You can even put versions of Windows on it. And then you can, once it's created, you can actually plug it in and boot from it, and it'll give you the option at this kind of menu here to try, like, to boot to Linux distributions, or as you can see, these different ones here. You could put like antivirus tools and stuff on there as well. But so if you have a UEFI BIOS, I recommend this one right here. It's a work in progress, but I mean, it works. So just click this, it'll download that file. I already have it, but so once it's downloaded, you can see I've got 2 other copies, but you just open it and click agree. It doesn't actually install. If your drive doesn't show here, click show all drives. It'll show everything, but I don't want to accidentally select the wrong one, so I'm going to deselect that and just click drive L blank. Right now you can tell it the format, so I'll tell it to do that as well. And you can select the distribution you want. So as you can see, they have a whole bunch of stuff down in here, like tons of stuff, even all those antivirus tools and system tools and so on. And all the way at the bottom, you can put Windows 10 installer in there actually. So, but for this, we're going to start off with Ubuntu. And if you don't already have the ISO downloaded, you can just click download link and it'll take you to the download link. So you say, yeah, alright, take me to the download link. It takes you straight to ubuntu.com/download/desktop, and you can select the one you want. If you want the newest kernel and everything, you go with 1810. If you want the long-term service release, so it's, you know, the support for 5 years kind of thing with updates and everything like that, you go 1804.1 LTS. But you'd go here and you click download, and it comes up to this page, and it'll automatically start. I already have this, so I'm going to cancel that, but you can donate if you want, but I haven't donated in a little while. So that's going to go, and when it's done, you'll browse for the ISO, and so here it is, see, 1804 desktop, and click OK, And you can set persistent size, space for like storing changes if you want. Since every time you reboot and load into it, it's a fresh instance. But I'm going to save space, so I'm just going to click Create. So now it's going to format the thumb drive and create a bootloader for it with a new label, multi-boot, and then it'll install Ubuntu on the thumb drive. Now it's not actually installing it, it's just taking the ISO file and making it so you can run it. So yeah, once it's done, when you boot up, you'll have a live desktop instance so you can actually play around with it, and then from there it'll have an option to actually install the operating system to your computer if you like it. So we're gonna do a couple different ones here. So that's going through. It unpacked the ISO, now it's copying it over to the thumb drive. And give it a minute here. Now the file copying and everything all depends on the speed of your drive. I've got a USB thumb drive plugged into a USB 3 port, so it's going to go a little bit quicker than if you used like a USB 2 thumb drive and a USB 2 port. Almost done. And all right. Now let's put that one on there, and there we go. It's created the bootloader and everything for it, and just click next. And if you want to add more distros, which I do, you click yes, or if you're done, you just click no, and then eject the drive through Windows, safely remove. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select the drive again. It says multi-boot this time. And since I want to try some other ones here, I'll put, I guess, Kubuntu. And I don't think I have it, so this time I'll actually download it. So Kubuntu 1810 gives you a different desktop style. That's 1.8 gig download. How long is that going to take? 11 minutes? I should be able to download faster than that. Let me see here. Copy link. And I've got UGet on here, so where are you? Here we go. UGet. Pull that up. Right, so here's all these different ones I've done. It automatically detected that I copied a link, and I'm going to stick it in the downloads folder. I'm going to max out my connections to 16. I'm going to say OK. And this wants to span my two monitors, which is a little annoying. Yeah, there we go. Now we're doing like 6 megs a second, so Huge difference. It actually ramp all the way up to I get up to 10 megabits per second down on my connection. So yeah, it'll just max out, saturate the bandwidth here. It'll take 2-ish minutes. 11. Wow, I can actually go above that. Actually, it's not surprising. I did enable buffer bloat mitigation on my router, so it reduced my total bandwidth by 10%. So yeah, I'm actually up to 12 megabits per second. Of course, it all also depends on the download server it's coming from, so whether or not that server is sitting on like a 10 gig pipe or something, so it can handle the throughput. But in the meantime, while that downloads, we can discuss some of the release notes for Kubuntu. So in this version, 18.10, Cosmic Cuttlefish, which is they always have these wonderful little names for them. It's supported for 9 months, so it's basically supported up until the new 04 release, which happens in April. 04 being the month, and the like 18 or 19 being the year. So April 2019 is when the 1904 release comes out, and that's the new LTS, which is good for 5 years. That'd be like the one that you'd put on like your standard desktop or something. But if you're doing gaming and stuff, you can use either. But the .10 release, which comes out in October, is it has the newer packages, it has the newer kernel, etc. So yeah, this is basically what KDE 18.10 would look like as the desktop. So you have more Windows-esque start menu. It comes with Firefox 63 build 1, LibreOffice 6.1.2, KDE Connect, which allows you to actually connect to you install the app on your cell phone, and if your cell phone is connected to the same wireless network that your computer is plugged into, so if your computer is plugged into a router and you have a wireless access point, you connect your phone to it, and then with KDE Connect, messages, notifications, everything would show up on your desktop like down here, and you'd be able, if you get like a text message, it would pop up here with a message, and you can actually click in it and like type out a response and hit enter, and it sends it as a response through your phone. It's pretty nifty. Krita, which is of course like a painting app. They list like the known problems. Yeah, so how are we doing? 10 seconds left, even better. So it's going to slowly slow down on the speed here as it reaches the total amount here, because they don't need to hit max speed for that. Alright, so that's done. Come back to here, browse, here's Kubuntu, open, and you click hit create. So it's going to do the same thing all over again, and when it's done, you'll have two options to choose from when you boot on your computer with the thumb drive, and you can select which one you want to boot to, and it'll boot up to it. But basically, once that's all done, you just come down here and you'll right-click to remove it, and eject the drive, take it to the computer you want to boot from, and plug it in there, and then reboot the computer and tell it to boot from that thumb drive, and it should all work.